So, Kuz Crypto here with another daily market update. So today's the 16th of April. It's just gone past 6:15 UK time. Just today, looking at the market, market cap 2.67 trillion, fear and greed 29. Everything's reasonably stable at the minute. We have had a bit of kind of drawbacks today, but everything's kind of holding its line, with Bitcoin obviously still holding at 85,000. We'll look at the charts in a minute. Ethereum still literally just going on to the $1,600 range and still below $200 billion market cap. XRP as well in the last 7 days obviously still up 13.5%, which is brilliant, but over the kind of the last 24 hours, there's not really much to kind of report in how we are fluctuating. Solana as well, last week it's 20% up, brilliant, but again the last kind of 24 hours not really much has been happening in the market. However, that could all kind of change today depending, because we have Jeremy Powell speaking at 1:30 Eastern time in the US, so that is literally 6:30 here in the UK, so that's 10 minutes time. Whenever he gets on, you know what happens, things kind of go a riff. Wanted to look at other things as well, in the sense like, so the crypto bubbles at the minute. Again, on the daily, only thing that's again up, core, radium, etc. But everything else within range. Obviously, Pi down 8%, and Filecoin. Look at it. Look at the monthly. Look at that, nearly 200% on Filecoin. Absolute madness. Trump's down 30%. Love to see it. I do hold a bit of Trump just to have, because if it goes rallying, you never know. But yeah, and then let's look at the charts. So at the minute, BTC is just over that 85.3 mark. We're holding up around, touching, kind of lipping it there on that kind of touch point here. If we get over to kind of the 85.3, 85.5 range, we're probably looking a bit stronger, but obviously at the minute we don't know with the markets and with all the sentiment in the sense of like tariffs, inflation, etc. We don't know exactly where Bitcoin is going at the minute. I feel we're probably going to have another kind of tap down to this 83 mark. We've got a couple touch points here. We're using it as resistance or support at the minute. The last 4 days, it's been a good bit of support for us. So whether we hold that, brilliant. And then Ethereum, you're looking at it at the minute. Ethereum is pretty much just, wrong way. So Ethereum is just, on that 1600 mark. Whether we look back down to kind of 1400, if the market comes down with Bitcoin, obviously everything comes back down with it. But realistically with Ethereum, we want to hold kind of 1500, I'd say, to kind of be in a good position. I don't really hold any Ethereum. I hold Ethereum projects, but I don't really hold Ethereum itself. Luckily I didn't, because when I got into crypto, I was thinking, got to buy the top 5. Ethereum was on my list, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to put most of my bags into XRP to start with, and lucky I did. XRP, again, $2 kind of 11. We're kind of holding between 203, 04 up to about 219, 220. If we look on the daily as well, looking here, let's see. Even on the daily, we're not really lipping over kind of that 220. We haven't for about 2 weeks now, really 3 weeks. And even then, we came over for about, a week and a half. And then we've just, so keep an eye on XRP. Solana, Solana's actually holding quite strong at the minute. It's probably one of the best as we've seen in the charts, probably the best performer in the top kind of 10 at the minute. Still kind of holding that 124, 125 range, and we're probably lipping always up to that kind of 140 is kind of the next kind of 143 is the next breaking kind of level of resistance. But at the minute we're holding about 125 to 135 over the last kind of couple days, last 4 days. H bar as well. Love a bit of H bar. Again, looking at the downward wedge, but I mean, just trying to really zoom in on it. I mean, we're kind of holding that 15.9 on the daily, but if you look on the 4 hourly, we'll be coming back down. We always wick down to about you're looking at around 15.6, 15.5. Yeah, but we're holding quite well at the minute, around the 15, coming up to 16 cent mark. If we can get kind of back up to 17 cents, then hopefully then we can kind of then try and push on to then hopefully, because we're ranging quite a bit between the 18 to 20 cent range, which I feel once we push back up, we will. But again, the markets at the minute, we can't really decipher what is happening, obviously with everything going on. Casper, I mean, I love my Casper. I got a bit of holdings in Casper as well. Performing quite well, to be fair. It's holding at the 7 cents range at the minute, so anything above that 7.2, if we come back down to it, obviously it's a good touch point at the minute. We use it as a good bit of support, obviously as well. I say resistance here literally as a wick in the 4 hour candle, doesn't really, but it's quite a strong touch point, this kind of 7.2 cents. And then looking at Ondo as well, I mean, love me Ondo. Again, holding if we can above that 81, 82 cent range, and we're wicking up to about that, coming up to that 89, 90 kind of level of support, resistance. So whether we can get over that, that'd be brilliant. Sui is one of my good holdings as well. I just like a bit of Sui. So again, can we hold around that 208 mark? The 208, I mean, I feel it's quite important just to hold over. Obviously, coming down here with all the prices, I mean, it was when that kind of tariff news came out. Obviously, tariff news stayed about 245% on China products coming in. I can't see how this is going to get resolved. Someone's got to have some leeway of some sorts. Whether America kind of tends to that kind of what the Chinese kind of want, and just reducing their tariffs and just trying to basically come up with a negotiation tool, because at the minute it just seems to be going to 1,000% by the end of this month. I don't know what's going to be going on. And then obviously Chainlink. So Chainlink's holding quite well. It's holding around that 11.8, 12 mark. Whether we can come up to this, break this $12.6, $12.7 range. And again, it's good levels of support and also parts of resistance as well with Chainlink. And then just wanted to go over as well kind of how many people own Bitcoin really. So basically the people at home, looking at countries and the amount of people owning cryptocurrency within these countries. I mean, you got in the United UAE, you've got 2.9 million people who own cryptocurrency, so it's 27% of the population. And then Vietnam, 27%, and 20% Vietnam. I mean, but 20.9 million, especially in Vietnam, that's fantastic. USA, just under 53 million, so 15%. So you think about it, only 15% hold cryptocurrency in the US. I mean, here in the UK, what are we doing here? Let's have a look. We're quite far down this list. So 3.9, I'm one of them as well. So I'm 5.6% of the UK population who owns cryptocurrency. I talk to my friends about it. They're not really kind of taken upon it. They don't really feel it's a long game kind of thing, whereas I'm in it for the long game. I'm going to be holding. Obviously, the bull market, is it going to happen? I feel it's right around the corner. Looking at the next 3 to 6 months. If you look at the other comparing the markets to Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin's holding reasonably well. Altcoins are kind of bleeding a bit more, but again, they're more volatile, but Bitcoin is holding up quite well. The other thing I want to talk about is government and kind of Bitcoin treasuries held by governments. So obviously we've got the US on top here. It's 207,000 Bitcoin. So obviously they hold quite a bit. China hold 194,000 supposedly, but we don't know exactly. That's just kind of, well, it depends what the source is and how correct it is. And then here in the UK, we've got 61,000 Bitcoin. I mean, we can't fix a pothole, but we can buy a load of Bitcoin. I mean, I'm not angry buying a Bitcoin, it's the fact. We could probably do other things with the government's money as well, and I'd like to see transparency with the government's money, but again, that's a whole different topic. I mean, even Ukraine holding quite a lot, quite a bit of an unexpected amount. But yeah, obviously coming back to China, I mean, obviously here, so China holds approximately, like we said, 194,000 Bitcoin, which is $16 billion. However, there's been kind of rumours, or whether it's going to happen, has been kind of talks around basically government selling, China trying to sell their seized crypto. However, because it's illegal or been banned in the country, whether they can trade the Bitcoin, that's the different thing. So, yeah, whether they sell that off, I mean, again, this is a source. I mean, Cointelegraph is quite a good source, I'd say, but with anything coming from China, it's hard to specifically say whether that, is 100%, could be a little bit. They might be trying to sell some of it, we don't know. But yeah, guys, so Jerome Powell's literally about to speak now, so I'm going to go head off and watch that. But I hope you're all well, hope you're keeping fit and looking after each other, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Have a good one.